everyone, it's Tirza from healthyveganlife.com, and today I want to answer a question that I got over email from someone called Emily. And Emily wrote to me that every day she tries to follow a vegan diet, but every day she ends up eating non-vegan foods again, or she binges out on them, and she just finds it very difficult to make the changes lasting. And she's read a whole bunch of information on this and has been trying to figure out how to make a change, but she just doesn't seem to be able to do it. And she wants to know if I have any advice. And I was already typing up like a long response, and I was just thinking, maybe I could help some more people out. I'm sure there's more people that are struggling with this, so I am making a video about this today. Now, 40% of the things that we do not consciously decide to do, but we do out of habit. This is a nifty little way of our brain to conserve mental energy. However, it's a little bit less efficient if it leads to habits that are not really healthy for us, and if we want to change them, it can be quite difficult. Every habit that we have is part of a habit loop. This means that for every habit there's a cue, something that triggers the behavior, the actual behavior, and then the reward. So an example of this would be you coming home after a long tiring day at work, feeling really hungry, opening the cupboard at home and seeing a chocolate bar. At that moment, you feeling hungry and seeing the chocolate bar, thinking in your head about how wonderful it will feel if you were to eat the chocolate bar, is the cue. So the cue is, you see the chocolate bar, you feel hungry, and then before you know it, the wrapper has disappeared and you're eating the chocolate bar, and as you're eating it, you feel like, rah, your brain's going, rah, this is great, But then of course afterwards you feel a little bit less awesome because this was not part of your diet plan, and maybe you starting to eat the chocolate bar leads to you binging out on a whole bunch of other foods because you're hungry and one chocolate bar isn't going to cut it. So then the cue for the binge that you would get into would be you eating the chocolate bar. And as soon as you start doing stuff like this, so if you were to come home every day after work, open the cupboard and see some kind of junky food and eat it, you would turn that into the pathway in your brain to that kind of behavior becomes stronger and stronger because you keep reinforcing it, you keep doing it. The quicker you are capable of getting rid of that habit, the better. The good thing is, you can break habit loops. The first step to this is to be aware of your habit loop, to figure out, first of all, what your cue is, what triggers your behavior. Most cues that there are fall into 5 different categories, namely time, so a certain time of day, a certain location where it happens, a certain emotional state like feeling sad or super happy, being with specific people, or it follows another step of another action. So like I said, eating the chocolate bar then can trigger a whole binge. Really figure out at which moment of the day, week or month you start having your cravings, how you're feeling at the moment, who you're with, what place you're at, what is happening, and when you figure that out, you know what your cue is, you can start to break your habit loop. For example, if you find that every morning as you walk to work, you smell the amazing smells coming from the local bakery as you walk past it, and you go in and you buy a chocolate croissant, even though you probably shouldn't. There are a few things that you can do to break this kind of habit. First of all, just have a big breakfast at home that is filling, that is healthy, that is made with whole foods, so that it holds your blood sugar level stable, and so that you're really not hungry when you walk past the bakery. The second thing that you can do is take a different route to work. Just don't go past the bakery. Don't go near the place where you know that you will be triggered. Don't let yourself have temptation around. Avoid it as much as you can. Make sure that you don't get overly hungry. Eat healthy, whole plant foods, and plenty of them. The last 2 things that will really help you to make a habit change are, first of all, to believe that it can happen. Now, I understand that if you have been trying to change a habit for a long time, it can seem like, oh, it's never going to happen, I'm not capable of doing this, I've tried it before. But you really can change. If I can change, you can change too. Each one of us has the ability to change a habit. All you have to do is be aware of it and make a plan to get out of it. You know, a really conscious plan, and stick to your guns. And secondly, you want to have people around you that support you, especially if it's about going vegan, because you're going against the grain. Like if you say, I'm going to quit smoking, everyone's going to be on board. They're going to be like, yes, quit smoking, this is great, we can totally support you. But if it's about veganism, probably many people around you are not going to be like, oh, that's awesome, you should go vegan, yeah, we're going to help you. So find someone that can support you. Maybe that can be online, maybe it can be on Facebook, maybe you can find like a local like vegan group of friends. I don't know where the vegans are. I don't have any vegan friends, but they are out there. And so if you need that support, get it. And it will also help you to believe in it, because if you see that other people have been successful doing this, you will know that you can do it as well. Now, there are a lot more things that I can say about this topic, because changing habits is a big thing and there's a lot of science behind how to do it and stuff. But I just want to keep this video short and sweet, and so I want to let you know about 2 books that you can read on this subject. First of all, it's The Power of Habit by Charles Duhigg. I don't know how you're supposed to pronounce that. It's all about how habits are formed and how you can break them, and how habits form in a culture and in workplaces and stuff. It's a very interesting read, but it will also give you some practical advice for yourself. And then second of all, I would say read Breaking the Food Seduction by Dr. Neal Barnard. It's really a great read, very easy to read, and especially for us women, he has some great advice. So I'd check that out if I were you. Make sure to let me know in the comments if you have ever had a habit that you found really difficult to break, either like a dietary habit or another habit, and if you've been able to break it and how you did it. Let's just share our stories, and I'm looking forward to reading your comments. If you would like some recipes that will help you beat cravings and just stay full and satisfied for a long time, make sure to check out my recipe ebook. It has lots of delicious plant-based recipes that are low in fat and good for you. The recipes are really delicious, and I'm pretty sure you'll get a good use out of this book. You can check it out in on my website, healthyveganlife.com, link in the description. Please like and subscribe to my channel for more. You can find me on Facebook and Instagram. I'll put the links to that in the description as well. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. I will see you next week. Goodbye. Let's just share our stories. I'm just hitting myself in the chin. Don't let yourself get into temptation. No one is that strong. I cannot speak, good grief. Reward. It is a weird word to say. Reward. Reward. Okay, enough of this.